welcome back to the channel, YouTube. Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show here over on YouTube. Episode 32 of our MLB The Show 22 Philadelphia Phillies franchise mode. We're still in the NLDS. Last episode, Aaron Nola threw up a stinker against the Chicago Cubs. Aaron Judge took him deep a couple times. The Cubs took him deep like 4 times. We ended up dropping Game 1. If you guys missed Game 1, check it out. Link for the playlist is in the description down below. So definitely check out all the episodes leading up to episode 32 here in the NLDS. But we're in the NLDS right now. We need a rebound. We need to plan ourselves as the best National League team to make it to the NLCS again. You know, last season we did the good thing. Won the whole shebang. This year, it's a slow start. A slow start here in the playoffs, especially since we are now down 2-0. So hopefully, and I do mean hopefully, we can rally back and, I don't know, at least hold off a sweep. You know, worst comes to worst, the next 3 episodes are going to be us trying to win the NL DS. Best comes to best. Actually, best comes to best. Worst comes to worst, we lose. Or we end up just playing 3 more games of the NLDS. But Zach Gallen on the mound for the Chicago Cubs. In 1 start, he's got no wins, a 5.06 ERA, and 5.1 innings pitched. 4 hits, a .94 whip. Alright, first batter up, that's going to be Bryce Harper swinging and missing for a strike. It's going to be Gallen's first punch out of the game. Now comes Alec Bohm. And there goes Alec Bohm. Back-to-back punch outs for the righty, Zach Gallen. Now comes Kyle Schwarber sitting in that 3-hole, and Schwarber swinging a miss, and Zach Gallen strikes out the side in order. Phillies go down 1-2-3. I hate to see that. On the mound is Hans Kraus on the season. A very surprising season for Kraus. 32 starts, 19-6 at the 2.58 ERA, 177 innings pitched, 132 hits, and 177 strikeouts. First batter up, it's going to be Nico Horner, who's going to ground that one to Nick Castellanos, who's going to get that to Rhys Hoskins in time for out number 1. So a quick out comes Nick Madrigal, and Madrigal sends that one to right field. Harper has to come in for it, but Harper gets there quickly and makes the catch. So 2 away now for Chicago, and up comes Aaron Judge, batting .417 on the series. He strikes out in the circle change. So Cubs get on 1-2-3. And up comes Nick Castellanos, batting a dismal .125. It's going to go even lower as he strikes out on that pitch in the dirt. So 4 straight Phillies retired now, as Zach Gallen is taking on Bryson Stott, who sends that one left center. That one's going to get down. That one's going to take a couple hops to the wall. Stott, it's got some speed to his name, so he's going to get into second base standing. And there you go. That's going to be a 1-out double. JT Realmuto, watch his strike 3 go by. High outside fastball. 5th punch out of the game for Gallen. And up comes Mickey Moniak, who takes that off the head of the bat. We're going to have Bryson Stott coming home. Throw the plate will not be in time. And Stott slides in safely. RBI single. Now comes Ellie De La Cruz. And De La Cruz sends that fastball left field. That one's back towards the wall at the warning track. And it's going to die out there. So Patrick Wisdom up now. And Patrick Wisdom down. Hans Kraus pitching with a 1-0 lead right now. He's got 2 punch outs on the game. Up comes Seiya Suzuki batting over 300 on the series, and he's going to ground out to Bryson Stott. Stott will, barely gets the throw there. Suzuki can fly down these base paths, but Stott does get that out for out number 2 here in the inning. Frank Schwindel up batting 167. Doesn't help his average out as he's going to jam that one. Foul territory, but caught by Rhys Hoskins for the final out. 1-2-3 go the 1-2-3 go the Cubs. It's actually JT Realmuto playing first base. Forgot Hoskins is actually out with an injury. Now here we go. First batter up, pops up to right field. It's gonna be Garrett Stubbs, the backup catcher. Hate to see that right there. Bryce Harper now back up in the leadoff spot. Strikes out again for his second out. Their second strikeout of the game. 6th punch out of the game for Gallen. Now comes Kyle Schwarber with a runner on first base and 2 outs. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. Easy ball goes to second base for Patrick Wisdom. Now here we have Kraus back on the mound, take on Brennan Davis. Davis Grounds this one to Stott, who gets that to JT very quickly for out number 1 here in the inning. So, Tom Murphy, former Mariner, puts that on the ground, past the diving Castellanos, hits off that left field wall, and Murphy's got himself a single here with 1 out in the 3rd inning. So 1 on now for Clint Frazier, and Clint Frazier sends that one to right center field. Harper gives it a long chase, and Harper makes the outstretched catch for the 2nd out here in the inning. Throw goes to first base, but the runner gets back in time safely. Now we have Nico Horner up, and Horner sends that one to center field. Moniak, settling underneath of it, makes the catch for out number 3. That's going to end the 3rd inning with a runner on first base for the Chicago Cubs. Now here we have Nicholas Castellanos up, and Castellanos sends that one left center field. That one's back at the wall, looking up, and that one is gone. Nicholas Castellanos takes his former team deep here in the NLDS off Zach Gallen, the former Arizona Diamondback. But there you go, Joe Girardi. He likes what he's seeing right there. Put the clipboard down to watch that home run fly. Sure, the bench coach has to be like, hey, Joe, watch this. Watch this. And the home run clears the fence. Joe's like, huh? What happened? Bryson Stott up now, and he swings and misses at the circle change. Zach Gallen's got 7 now through 3 1/3. JT up, and JT unloads on that middle fastball. That's a missed pitch right there. And JT extends this Phillies lead 3-0 here. That's going to be the 2nd home run of the inning for the Phillies. 2nd home run, 3rd run total on the game. Usually this Phillies team lives and dies by the home run. And you see even right now, this team is living and dying by that home run ball. Mickey Moniak up, and Moniak draws the first walk of the game for Zach Gallen. And up will come Ellie De La Cruz. 2-2 count, and De La Cruz sends that one to left. That one's curving, and that one's fair. A 2-run shot. The 3rd home run off Gallen in the inning. 3 home runs, 4 RBIs. You hate to see it if you're Zach Gallen right now. Joe Girardi, he is amazed right now. His clipboard cannot tell him what just happened. Gallen dealing this game, and David Ross says, I've seen enough out of you, Zach. Out comes David Ross, and Zach leaves this game with his head held low. You hate to see that for the young pitcher. Guys coming in here trying to send his team to the NLCS. He gets pulled for Caleb Killian in 1 game. Killian is 1 win. 2 innings pitched, 4.5 ERA, and 3 strikeouts. So good on the series for Caleb Killian here in the postseason. Now comes Bryce Harper. He's got a full count with 2 outs. Now he's going to get snagged by the 3rd baseman, Patrick Wisdom. Cross, now with a 5-0 lead, has some room to work with as he gets the first batter to ground out to JT at first. Aaron Judge up now, and Judge swinging a miss on the high and in fastball. That's going to be the 3rd punch out of the game for Hans. And now Patrick Wisdom up. Wisdom with a 2-2 count, and Wisdom sends that one deep left center field. Moniak's at the wall. Moniak leaping, and Moniak cannot make the catch. That cuts this Phillies lead down to 4 runs right there. The Cubs bullpen, they're pretty excited right there. That is, especially after they just watched their own team light up their starter for 4 home runs. But not the point right now. Kraus got a rebound to Seiya Suzuki, and Suzuki puts that on the ground. Castellanos fields it cleanly, gets that to JT, and ends this 4th inning. Alec Boehm taking on Caleb Killian, and Killian going to allow a single right there to the Phillies left fielder, Alec Boehm. There you go. Leadoff man on first base here for Philadelphia. Up comes Kyle Schwarber. The power threat sends that one deep to right. Boehm holding up, and Boehm just going to trot home slowly. That's a 2-run shot for Kyle Schwarber. Both former Chicago Cubs takes their former team deep this game here in the postseason. You love to see that if you're a Phillies fan. You hate to see that if you're a Cubs fan. At this point, you're just like, really? We got rid of these guys. Nick Castellanos up yet again, and Castellanos drives that one deep to left center, but not deep enough. That's just going to be a very deep fly out for the first out here in the 5th inning. Could have been back-to-back home runs by former Cubs, but not quite. Bryson Stott. It's going to be a ground ball. Forced play by Madrigal, and Nick Madrigal gets that throw in there just in time. JT up, and JT hits a comebacker to Caleb Killian, who sends that to Schwindel in time for out number 3. Frank Schwindel up, and Frank Schwindel lines out to De La Cruz over at second base. So a quick out number 1 right there for Philadelphia. And now Tom Murphy's up 2-1 count, and Murph grounds that one to Stott, who gets it. He has some time, and he throws out Murphy to end the 5th. Mickey Moniak up now, top of the 6th inning, 3-1 count. That one's going to left center field, and the center fielder looks like he's got it at the warning track. So just missing a home run by a couple of feet right there is the Phillies outfielder. You hate to see that, but just missed. Literally just missed by a couple feet. De La Cruz up now, 1 for 2 in the game. Puts it on the ground, shortstop. Plays it cleanly and gets the throw over to first base in time for the second out. Garrett Stubbs 0 for 2 in the game, and Stubbs! Let's go, Stubby hits that one dead center. Best backup catcher in baseball, baby. Yes, sir. Garrett Stubbs takes Caleb Killian deep to dead center right there. Who needs to have a backup catcher when you have JT Realmuto and Garrett Stubbs? Plain and simple. We have backup outfielders. You wanna put JT behind the plate? Guess what? Put like someone in the outfield. I don't know. Kyle Freeland comes in, the former Colorado Rocky. In 2 games, he is 1-0. 6.1 innings pitched, a 1.42 ERA here in the postseason. So Kyle Freeland doing very well for himself. Not this at bat though, as the first batter he faces draws a walk. So close though. Alec Boehm, 2-2 count, and Boehm swinging a miss, drop third strike, man. That throw will beat Boehm to the bag. Kraus, 7-run lead now here in the 6th. Gets a swing and a miss for out number 1. That's going to be the 5th punch out of the game for Kraus now. And here comes Nico Horner, 2-1 count for Horner. Puts that on the ground to Castellanos. Castellanos double clutches, fires that to JT over at first in time for out number 2. Winded, that runner is. Now Nick Madrigal up, and Nick Madrigal sends that one back to Castellanos. So back-to-back Castellanos to JT Realmuto plays. Ends off this inning. Phillies still lead 8-1. Former Cub Kyle Schwarber up, and former Cub Kyle Schwarber draws a walk. Kyle Schwarber, you love to see that right there. And now former Cub Nick Castellanos takes that hanging curveball deep center field. Center fielder cannot make the play. It hits off his glove. Both runners are at second base right now. So Nick Castellanos going to run back to first, and the second baseman wasn't paying attention, so Castellanos gets back safely. Bryson Stott up now, and Stott sends that one left center. Not deep enough to advance Schwarber with only 45 speed. Maybe that throw, though, he could have advanced, but Phillies weren't going to risk it up 7. JT up now, and JT puts that one on the ground. That one goes to right field. Very shallow right field. Judge has an arm. That's a perfect strike to Tom Murphy. So Schwarber wisely held up. And then comes Andrew Heaney, the former Yankee, an Angel. Andrew Heaney in 2 starts is 2.1 innings pitched. No runs allowed. 3 strikeouts to 2 walks in this postseason. So Heaney looking to stay perfect on this postseason run. Has Mickey Moniak up, and Mickey Moniak called. 3rd strike for the 2nd out. He's not happy. Clearly not happy. De La Cruz up, and De La Cruz takes that hanging outside curveball. Sends that deep left center field. Center field looks up. That ball will be gone. A grand slam for Elly De La Cruz. His 3rd home run of the postseason. His 2nd home run of the game. And this one blows this game wide open. Philadelphia storming back through the long ball this game after getting embarrassed the last 2. Garrett Stubbs up, and Garrett Stubbs pops up the 3-2 pitch. Patrick Wisdom makes the catch, and that's going to end the 7th finally. Aaron Judge leads off the bottom of the 7th with a strikeout. I mean, Cubs down by 11 runs here. Not much room to work with as Wisdom comes up now, and Wisdom goes down now. But yeah, the Cubs running out of outs. They got 7 outs remaining to try and come back 11 runs. Seiya Suzuki strikes out, so Krause strikes out the side in order. And the Cubs down to 6 outs now. Bryce Harper leading off the 8th with a chopper. That one snagged by the shortstop, and that's going to be out number 1 thanks to the shift. Alec Bohm, top of the 8th, and Bohm sends that one right field. That's back at the wall, and that one will be gone. Just over the wall, kicking off the slabs of bricks. Comes back into play. Bud Heaney allows the 3rd home run of the series to Alec Bohm and extends this Phillies lead to 12 runs. When I said this team lives and dies by the home run, I mean this team lives and dies by the home run. It's either we score no runs or we score all of the runs. Keegan Thompson in now in 2 games. He is 1-0 with 2.2 innings pitched. No earned runs allowed. 3 strikeouts to a walk here in this postseason run. Schwarber up, and Schwarber draws a walk. So first batter Thompson phases, gets on base via the free pass right there. Nick Castellanos, 3-2. Ooh, swings at the full count, which would have been ball 4. Hate to see it. Bryson Stott up, and Stott sends that one center field. Schwarber going to hold up at second base, as he is not the fastest runner with all 45 of his speed. Now JT up, and JT down, ends the 8th inning. No Jack and Taters there. Here we have Krause up, and Krause lets up a single up the middle to lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. So first man on for Chicago, as Krause is sitting at 88 pitches on the game. Brennan Davis up, and Davis pops this one to right center. Sorry about that. Right center. Moniak calls off Harper, and will make the catch right there for out number 1. So 1 away now. Runner on first base for Chicago's. Up comes Tom Murphy. Murphy swings and misses. That throw is going to go to second base, just in case the runner decided they wanted to go try and advance on the drop 3rd strike. But no. Krause gets out of that inning, and Rowan Witt comes in to hopefully slow the Phillies down for the top of the 9th. Up by 12 runs, Moniak. Chopper to Wisdom. Wisdom on the run. Fires that to Schwindel for out number 1. So a quick out 1 for Rowan Witt here in the top of the 9th inning. Now Ellie De La Cruz, who's hit 2 home runs this game, puts down on the ground for a ground ball single. That just bleeds through the infield right there. So run on first base. Phillies up by 12. Not expecting a stolen base right now as a Chicago team. And Garrett Stubbs will watch strike 3 go by. Go on, Garrett. I mean, Garrett tried his best. He really did try his best. Bryce Harper up, and Bryce Harper does it again. Absolutely hits a nuke of a home run here at Wrigley. His first of the series, 434. Just absolutely demolishes that one. Blows this game even wider open. How much wider can this game get blown open here? These poor Chicago Cubs pitchers, their ERAs went from 0 to just imploding. Former Phillies closer Corey Knebel comes in to try and stop some of the bleeding. In 1 game, he's got an inning pitch with 2 strikeouts. Good on Knebel. As the first batter he sees strikes out to end the 9th. Alec Bohm goes down swinging. Krause going for the complete game 1 runner. First batter he faces. Going to fly out to Bryce Harper in right field. So 1 away now, and up comes Nick Madrigal, second baseman, 0 for 3. Ground ball to JT. JT scoops it, steps on the bag for out number 2. So 2 outs now, and up comes Aaron Judge, and Judge, 3-2 count, sends that one left center field. Alec Bohm ranges over. Bohm calls off Moniak for the catch. And the Phillies take Game 3 to a final score of 15-1. So the Phillies definitely angry about their last 2 losses. Take it out on poor Chicago this game. Joe Girardi waving at David Ross. Former catchers. Catcher-on-catcher violence right there. You hate to see it. But in this game, Ellie De La Cruz player of the game, 3 for 5, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Han Krause, 9 innings pitched, 3 hits allowed, 10 strikeouts, no walks, and a run. If you guys enjoyed this episode, that like button, comment down below, and catch you guys on the next episode of our Phillies franchise mode here on YouTube. Peace out, YouTube.